Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Hickory Public Schools Board of Education action meeting. Tonight is Tuesday, May 25th. It's so exciting to have people actually here at our board meeting. We want to welcome everybody here and students here to celebrate. So we welcome you guys here. Thank you for coming. If everybody will rise. Pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation. We do have a quorum this evening. I need a motion to adopt the agenda. Have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Has everybody had an opportunity to look at the minutes for April 12th and 26th and the community forum minutes for April 12th?
Yeah.
Any questions or comments or amendments? If not, I need a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
Have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's a pass. Is there anybody sign up tonight for the public? Okay. Well, if you all will give us just a minute to sign those minutes, we will get to Beverly Snowden and our good news tonight. So we'll move along to our programs, and Beverly Snowden is up with our good news tonight.
Good evening,
It's all you.
Board Chair, Vice Chair, members of the board, and Superintendent Adele, and Assistant Superintendent Dr. LaRonda Whiteside. And I'm emotional as I say your name because for those who don't know, tonight is the very last board meeting for our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. LaRonda Whiteside. She is retiring this Friday after Hickory High's graduation. She'll be there. She'll be a part of the stage. And then she goes home, whether she's going to be dancing, as she's been doing at Southwest Primary with all the little kids in the last week. We wish her well. Dr. Whiteside, if everybody could join me in giving her a big ovation. Woo! We're so thankful for you and your service to the children of Hickory Public Schools and all the children through your past decades of service here in North Carolina. Thank you for loving the children of our state and helping them to grow and achieve success in their journey. God bless you in all of your endeavors. I have actually emailed out, I know that you had the link, and then today, I know that board member Ms. Carson said that she received it. I hope everybody had a chance to look. If you haven't, to all of our board members and Jason White, our board attorney, I sent links for this semester, January through May, for our Good News newsletter. And for all those in the audience, you'll see the tennis team is on the front page of the newsletter. It will be posted tomorrow on the homepage of our district website, where you'll be able to get a copy of that. But tonight, I'm not going to go through every single detail that's in here, but I do want to highlight a couple of things. Before I come back to our special guest, board members, on your desk or table, you will see posters. Come home to Hickory Public Schools, your hometown award-winning district, where students succeed in the academics, the arts, and the athletics. And you have another, you have a collage of photos that represent all ages. And on the back side of the postcard, we have one of our elementary students spreading her wings. Spread your wings and fly. Fall semester starts August 23rd, 2021. And we mailed out over 4,000 of these to our families. And those posters are going up everywhere. And we're also getting some folks who are giving testimonies on video, as well as some print testimonies. So I've shared those with you. If you have a business or know someone who has a business, please inquire or find out if those can be posted and share the good news. This Sunday, May 30th, I'm actually getting copies tomorrow, but for anybody who's in here, if you can buy or purchase a copy of the Hickory Daily Record, inside this Sunday, just for Hickory Public Schools, will be, I believe it's 16 pages. It is 16 pages solely dedicated to the seniors who are graduating this year from Hickory High School and Hickory Korean Arts Magnet High School. So we worked really hard in a collaboration between the design team and my office and putting this together. We can't put everything in it. You're so limited on space. You want to include every photo, but you can't. And so you do what you can so that you can still get it in the hands of our families and that they have a keepsake to hold on to, especially for those children who are not able to get a yearbook. So watch for that in this Sunday's Hickory Daily Record. I'm also picking up tomorrow 400 free copies that the newspaper is giving to me to try to get those to our seniors at both schools. And your graduation schedule is also posted in there. And if you'll just go through it, you'll see lots of good things that are going on. So I want to recognize our guest here tonight. It's a little different because we won't do a group picture in here. Actually, after I mentioned them, we're going to go outside and they'll have their certificates and their photos will be sent to the newspaper and posted on our social media and our homepage. But I first want to recognize a very special young lady that you may remember from more than a year ago. She came to a board meeting. She had her photograph taken with board members. Miss Emily Bridges, who's now in the 4th grade at Viewmont Elementary School. Her family is with her tonight. Her principal is here tonight. And if you remember about Emily, with the Elks, she won for her school the most hoops that she could shoot. And it started on a hometown level. She won at Viewmont. She went on and won regionals. Emily went on and won for the entire state of North Carolina. COVID froze everything. They came back. Emily went on to nationals representing her family, herself, Viewmont Elementary School, Hickory Public Schools. She went to nationals and she won 2nd place in the nation. Woo! We are so proud of Miss Emily and her family, Don't you know those coaches at the middle school and high school are just biting at the bit to get this child on their team. So we are going to take her picture outside in just a little bit. That's just an incredible achievement. And now it's been a long time coming, and we are so excited to say that we once again from Hickory High have state champions. They are right here, the tennis team. So the Hickory men's tennis, the men's doubles individual 3/8 state champs, and I'm going to mess up the names. I'm so sorry. Correct me, please. Griffin Laverne, is that correct? Is Griffin here? Griffin, you want to stand up, buddy? Stand up. And then I don't know if your partner is here. Is it Costin Holtzman? They won the state doubles championship. Wow. Now the entire men's individual team from Hickory High School, they are the 3/8 state champions of North Carolina. Stand up, guys. Awesome. Stay standing. Now let me see if I can get the names right. We have coaches. Just raise your hand if you're here. John Graham, Alex Kane, Andre, and is Simeon? Okay, right there. And our athletes. Chris Griffin, Laverne, Costin's not here. Lewis Tate, Clint Powers, Jack McIntosh, Christopher Diamante, Julian is it Camacho? He's not here. Will Rudisell, Maddox McClure, Jack Nixon, Parker Yant, Will Prince. Did I miss anybody? These are your state champs. We have parents for Emily Bridges and parents and siblings here for our tennis team. Would all the family members please stand? We can't do it without our families. We are so thankful to our families that support our programs, academic, the arts, and the athletics.
Beverly,
So,
I have
yes,
one comment. I
ma'am.
hate to interrupt you, but Costin Holtzman wanted me to tell you he had to work tonight, but thanks for the recognition.
Oh, bless.
So sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's fine. So what we're going to do, that is the end of my good news. I'm going outside with all these wonderful people, taking pictures, and I'll come back. Thank you, board members, for celebrating with us. All right.
Congratulations, guys. Make Hickory proud. Good work.
And congratulations, Emily.
The next item on our agenda, we're moving to our information items. The first is a modification to property at Grandview Middle School. I think we have Henry Nichols here. Welcome, Henry.
Hello, my name is Henry Nichols. I'm a rising junior at Hickory High School, where I'm a member of the Key Club, Beta Club, and the golf team. I am a Life Scout from Boy Scout Troop 250, and I am currently working on my Eagle Scout rank. A big part of the Eagle rank is completing a project that benefits a local organization. While completing this project, I have to purchase materials and lead volunteers throughout the project. While I was searching for a project, my pastor, Whit Malone, contacted me about a project idea here at Grandview. Miss Lael had envisioned learning kiosks being placed around the outside of Grandview. She applied and received a $900 grant to fund the supplies for this project. After meeting with Ms. Lael and learning more about this project, I knew that this project would be perfect for me. I have already built all the kiosks, and there are 12 small kiosks and 1 large kiosk. I brought with me a sample of what the small learning kiosk looks like. I am here today to ask for your permission to modify Hickory Public Schools property so that I can place these kiosks in location that Ms. Lael and Dr. Griffin have chosen. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions? It's excellent.
Thank you.
And we will vote on this in our action items.
Okay, thank you.
Based on the response, you're probably pretty good. The next item is our reopening updates. Angela Simmons.
Okay. Jeff, this is not working. Okay, sorry about that. Computer had to get it all set up there. So for reopening updates, the first part of it is very similar. You can see that the report that for the county alert system is last updated on May the 13th. And currently across the state, there's 0 counties in red. So that's very exciting. We're moving forward. Percent positive, I checked on that this morning, and it is at a 3.7% right now, which is a tremendous decrease from our last board meeting. And then Catawba County is at 4.6. And if you remember all along, they kept saying they wanted to get below that 5% mark, and we are there now. So that's pretty exciting. Our total cases have gone up, you can see, but if you look at the bottom one, which is always the exciting one right now, we have 34% of Catawba County residents that are fully vaccinated. Our tracking, what I did this time and last time, I left last week's as the second slide, and our last month, and then our current one here. So we have tracked 1,400 students with 1,395 cleared to return. So we only have 5 students as of this morning that have been on quarantine, which is a tremendous decrease in what we've been seeing in the past. We have throughout this entire time, since the 1st of August, 244 students have tested positive of the 1,400 that we have been tracking. And we have only had 3 transmissions between students, but 0 student to staff or staff to student. So that's also a very good thing. This is last month. So I just left that there so you have that point of reference. For our staff members, we've had 443 tracked. All 443 currently have been cleared to return. So we have 0 staff members on quarantine. Since our last meeting, we've had 80 of the 443 that have tested positive, which is only an increase of 2. And then we have again had 0 transmission between staff or student to staff. So those are still very good numbers. The attendance comparison, it is updated since our last meeting. So I'll put that on here for you to see. Over so you can see the student school names. But anyway, so you have over here, if it'll work, there it goes, where you can see the percent. And again, we do not have anything to compare to last year because we were not doing attendance at this time last year. We'll have one final update for you at the next board meeting because our final PMRs are due on May the 28th. You can see it's some slight increases, some slight decreases, which is always expected during this time with allergy season and everything else as well. So for public health, we've had quite a few updates. May 14th was the last update in the toolkit. And there's a link there that shows you that, but the updates on the link only go through May the 5th. It didn't show the most recent updates on there because they were very minor since that time. We do have the updated quarantine guidelines, and we have some face covering requirements that have changed. So face coverings are required indoors when students are in the building for all staff members and anyone else in the building. If there's not students in the buildings, then face coverings are only recommended for unvaccinated individuals, which seems to follow the governor's order and all of that. So the CDC guidance, you can click there for their most recent updates, and that was on May the 15th. And I do have the vaccine updates listed right there. Right now, public health is pretty much taking walk-ins at the Metro Convention Center, as well as local pediatricians are opening that up now as well to students. So it is 12 and up that can get a vaccine at this point in time. So a few updates for summer school. Face coverings are going to be required for staff and students as long as students are in the building and we're under our current governor's orders and strong schools guidance. The screening will no longer be required for staff. It hasn't been for students. Now it will not be for staff. However, we're requesting parents to screen their students daily at home and notify the school of any symptoms or any exposure to that effect, and staff are to do the same. We will have school nurses available throughout summer school to help with any contact tracing because we're going to have to continue that those guidelines and the quarantine process. And we are going to continue the use of the HEPA filters during summer school. We're going to continue to follow the guidance from the CDC and NCDHHS for all of our cleaning protocols. And we'll continue to monitor that Strong Schools Toolkit, which continues to be updated as more information gets updated. I left your links there because those are the main three that we do use. And I always put this at the end just in case. So do y'all have any questions for tonight?
I don't think so. Thank you, Angela. Next, we move on to our action items. First is the consent agenda. Dr. Adele, donations.
Thank you, sir. St. Luke's United Methodist Church donated $230 to help families in need to Hickory Public Schools. Lori Ananian, she donated to Southwest Primary the donation of $200 to honor the memory of 3 students that died at the school. Columbia Forest Products donated playfield mulch valued at $5,000 and 4 dogwood trees for the Memorial Garden, again at Southwest Primary. And Corey McDuffie family donated 20 cases of water, 23 packs of Clorox wipes, 20 class sets of snacks, and Ziploc bags for all the classrooms for the remainder of the year at Southwest Primary.
Need a motion to approve the donations. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Doesn't pass. The next, Adam Steele. Adam, you're up for budget amendments.
Good evening.
Good
So
evening.
I've got 2 budget amendments. The first one is state number 17. It increases the state budget by $1,991, and that is for additional allocation for our highly qualified teacher pay, and then to budget March and April subpay. The next budget amendment is capital outlay budget amendment number 6. And this is to budget the commitment from the Catawba County Commissioners for half of the Hickory High School turf field and to use fund balance for the remaining balance to get the project started. And that increases the budget by $2,615. That is all the budget amendments.
Any questions about the budget amendments?
Yes, explain how that's different from what we talked about the last time. With the county appropriation, the fund balance appropriation and all that, because it's different from what we signed off, what we did on our April the 26th meeting.
Correct. So the county agreed to fund half of the project. And
As opposed to,
well, we were going to pay the other. no matter what, we were gonna have to pay, we were gonna borrow the money from them. So now they are giving us the 387,500. We're committing the fund balance, and then we're gonna repay fund balance back with our money that the city is paying us over a 10-year period.
And we're gonna repay that back with fund balance?
No, we will repay it back with the money that the city of Hickory has given us.
And how much is that?
They're giving us $100,000 a year.
Okay,
So we'll
we're
use-
gonna borrow from the fund balance, is that what you're saying?
Correct. And our fund balance in capital is around 600 and some odd $1,000.
Okay, so, just looking at the whole breakdown, I'm looking at it on the agenda items here. Give me the whole breakdown of how that $1.1 million was supposed to happen. Because I'm not sure.
The
I've got
$1.1
everything.
million, that was for the football field and baseball field. The baseball field is a no-go.
We agreed on it last time, though, the baseball field, but we're not doing that now.
Correct. This is just for the football field, Hickory High School football field.
And what was the need for the change?
Most of it's Title IX, if I'm correct.
It was a request from the county commissioners.
The county
Yeah,
commissioners
so-
asked.
So
that
we
not-
agreed to move forward with it pending the county commissioners, because the county commissioners were meeting, I think, the next night. And the county commissioners were not in favor of us doing the baseball field, and they had some Title IX questions about that. And so that essentially got taken off the table. And so the project was, the total amount of the project was diminished.
So the county commissioners wanted us to just hone in and focus on one project? Is that what it was? And that's what they wanted to help us fund?
Correct.
Okay. And they wanted to do that to the tune of 375,000 that they wanted to put forth, correct?
Yeah, 387,500.
387.5?
500, yep.
Okay, and we're paying back over 10 years the loan for this, but also the 150, was it 150?
Yeah, the boosters is giving us some money too, and we'll use that to pay back as well. Now, some of that, how that's going to work out may be a little different, because some of those donations were for baseball, because they've still got to do some stuff for the baseball field. That's separate from this project. The only thing I'm focusing on here is Hickory High School football turf field. But we will get some funds from that, and then we'll turn around and use the money that we're getting from the city of Hickory, which is $100,000, which is a $64,000 increase, to repay ourselves back in capital.
Okay, I would like to have that detail, please.
Okay, that's not a problem.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? Need a motion to approve the budget amendments? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That has passed. The next item is Angela Simmons is back up with the Catawba County Social Worker Contract for 2021-22.
Good evening. I'll pull this up. I'll have it on the screen as well. But the Catawba County Department of Social
hard to
Services
say, isn't it?
contract. It is. That's a whole lot of C's in there. It is the same contract as the previous year. The amount of money that we're doing, 120,000, is the same as last school year. This will fund 2 school social workers for our district, and those individuals mainly serve the middle and the high schools. We can use them some at the elementary as needed. But just remember, this is an addition to our MOU with Kintegra, which puts all the behavioral therapists at all of our schools as well. So there have not been any updates or changes, and one of our school social workers is retiring. So we will be looking at, we're partnering with DSS to make a new hire for that position. Are there any questions on this one?
So the hiring for the social workers is done by DSS.
It is with
they place them in our
our
schools?
input. Myself and 2 school counselors will be on those interviews.
Any other questions? If not, I need a motion to approve the contract with Catawba County Department of Social Services. I have a motion to approve. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? That has passed. Thank you. The next item is the Vocational Rehabilitation Cooperation Agreement. Ms. Beach?
Good evening. So I come tonight asking for approval for the cooperative agreement between Hickory Public Schools and Voc Rehab. This is an annual agreement. We've done this. This is my 4th year as EC director. We do this every year. This allows Dana Cox to come into the high school and work with primarily our OCS students, but other students are also eligible. So this allows us to work with Dana Cox to work on transitional skills for the workforce. And whenever I first came here, we talked about how much money Hickory City Schools was having to pay for this agreement and how we compared that to Newton Conover. So I did want to make sure that you saw that Hickory Public Schools is paying $12,361, which is a decrease of $35 from the previous year. And that Newton Conover's portion, they're having to pay $10,113 for their portion. Does anybody have a question?
If there are no questions, I need a motion to approve the cooperative agreement with vocational rehabilitation services. Motion, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? That has passed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy. Dr. Adele, modification of property at Grandview Middle School.
Tonight, the board is requested to approve the proposal to create a learning trail at Grandview Middle School. The trail will have specific stopping points with 12 small and 1 large kiosk. The value of the work is approximately $900, and it will be funded through a grant that was earned by Mrs. Vanessa Leo.
There are no questions. I need a motion to approve the modification of property to Grandview Middle School.
I move to approve the modifications of property at Grandview Middle School.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? That has passed. Dr. Adele, the elevation agreement.
Tonight, the board is requested to approve the renewal contract for services with Elevation Education for the 21-22 school year. The web-based software program is specifically designed for ELS educators. The service agreement includes a 1-hour online educator and principal strategy training and 3-hour online training. The total cost is $16,837.50, which includes the annual subscription and service fees.
Are there any questions about this agreement? If not, I need a motion to approve the elevation education service agreement for ELL educators. I have a motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? That has passed. That is the end of our action items. I don't really have anything other than just to remind the board of our meetings next month. Would like to thank Dr. Whiteside for her service to Hickory Public Schools. We appreciate what you've done for this district and wish you nothing but the best. So thank you. Dr. Adele.
Thank you, Chairman. As we close out the school year, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our teachers, our teacher assistants, our students, our administrators, our clerical support, our directors, our maintenance department, our child nutrition staff, our coaches, our bus drivers, our custodians, and volunteers for all their hard work this school year. Working in public education is not an easy job, and it is not a job where one is shown appreciation often. And I would like for Hickory Public School employees to know that they are valued as a person and as a professional. Wanting to make a difference has brought us all together, and that desire and drive will allow you to continue changing the lives of children that attend school in our district. Board members, I hope you have on your calendars, our high schools will be holding in-person graduations on Friday, May 28th. HCAM ceremony will be at the Salt Block beginning at 2 p.m. and Hickory High will hold their ceremony in the stadium beginning at 8 p.m. I know everyone is excited that we're able to bring back a more traditional send-off to our seniors. I look forward to a wonderful day of celebration. That is all I have, Chairman.
Thank you. Have a motion to go into closed session. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, everyone.